Oyster harvesting season continues this morning. The season officially kicked off this week. Fox News reporter Stephen Moody is live this morning on Dauphin Island with more. Stephen, good morning.
Yeah, Eric, that's right. Good morning. Public reefs have been open all week to commercial and recreational catchers. Commercial and recreational catchers can only go out Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. and they're only allowed a 6-sack limit. Now, back in August, the Alabama Wildlife Federation vowed to continue to help efforts to restore the oyster population here by placing culture material in the area that those oysters could attach to. And with those efforts, they hope that not only will there be oysters to harvest, but to also help the environment. Now, joining me with more on how this season is going so far is Director Scott Bannon with the Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. And can you just give us an idea of what we've been able to see so far this week?
Sure. So far, we have not seen good weather. We've had a beautiful day, but the wind has been really high all week, so we have not had the participation on the public reef that we would normally have. Last year, we would have had almost 200 boats out here. This year, we're averaging about 15 boats a day. So when the weather dies down a little bit and the wind gets a little more favorable, I think you're going to see a lot more participation. You're going to see a lot more oysters getting into the market. And because right now we don't want folks to go, if it's not safe for them, they don't need to go. The oysters aren't going anywhere, so if they don't have the opportunity to harvest today, they can come next week when the weather's more favorable, and I think we'll have a very productive season.
And just kind of expanding on this weather issue, just talking to some of these catchers out there, those with the bigger boats seemingly don't have as much of an issue, but those with the smaller boats, that's where the safety concern comes in.
That's correct. So they're working on the eastern side of the area that is available to harvest, on the Mobile Bay side. We call it Cedar Point East. Even when the weather is favorable, that water's a little deeper, the current runs a little harder. It is a much more difficult area to work. Over the next few weeks, we will open up other areas to harvest that are more protected and more available to those smaller boats. And again, they're going to have opportunities to go and harvest.
And like you mentioned before, those oysters aren't going anywhere at this point.
No, they're going to be available. This doesn't impact the number of days we'll be open. Well, it'll make it longer because, again, people have opportunities to go harvest. We're looking at a total number of oysters to be harvested, not the days.
All right, perfect. We definitely appreciate it, Director Bannon. And we'll have more coming up on the oyster harvesting season during our midday hour at 11 a.m. But for now, reporting live here on Dauphin Island, Stephen Moody, Fox 10 News.